are getting dropped off in a single prop plane after flying over the mountains in West Virginia. And we're gonna have to ride back pretty much from the Ohio River, from port to port. So Ohio River all the way to the port of Richmond. Well, honestly, the thing I'm most worried about, to be honest, is this guy, despite him being massive, he's 19. So
I can't wait until I prove you wrong.
well, this is your first bike packing trip, right?
We good.
Is this your first bike packing
Yes.
trip? Right.
It's just hitting. There's moments in adventures where all the planning goes on and everything, and it's always just, okay, we're gonna handle it in the future, and you're all optimistic, but there's always this one moment where you're like, this is it. Staring at this plane this is it. This is the moment. This is unreal.
In this impossible route expedition, the vegan cyclist, his 19-year-old protege Travis Longfellow, and myself, Jeremiah Bishop, attempt to traverse the Appalachian Mountains on a route filled with legend. Beginning at Parkersburg, West Virginia, our route heads east, traversing the Appalachian Mountains towards Virginia's Blue Ridge, spanning 462 miles with 38,000 feet of climbing. Our route follows in reverse the once vital lifeline for commerce, mail, and supplies for the American frontier between the Ohio River Valley and the James River in Richmond, Virginia. Now overgrown and often abandoned, these roads were once the first and only major route through the region's rugged Appalachian wilderness. So many of the legends behind this route intrigued me. For years, riding and exploring the region, I knew that certain sections of these routes still existed. I also knew some had been lost, reclaimed by the forest. Tyler, Travis, and I will attempt the Trans-Appalachian Lost Roads route, backpacking style, riding gravel bikes over the course of 3 days. As an additional challenge, we'll just be bringing $40 each, and the only additional supplies available to us will be what fans mail to us at 3 different post offices along the route. Rugged terrain and great unknowns await us, begging the question, will this route be possible?
Appalachia. Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Cha. The goal here is to get from Parkersburg to Richmond in however long it's gonna take us. But we only have $40 each. We only have so many supplies. So can we get from point A to point B basically as quickly as possible? And so when we set that course out, 150 miles a day for 3 days is a lot, but is attainable.
And I think this one, the difficulty of the rule set and the fact that Travis Longfellow, our young protege that helped us out at Death Valley, was invited to come along. 19-year-old trying to do his first ever bike packing ride and do an impossible route. I didn't think it was a good idea.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't ever know what I'm doing. But if we just keep pedaling in a direction that is somewhat towards home, in a few days, we'll be done. What are we doing?
We got 150 miles to go. Got that.
And I was really pleasantly surprised with how amazing the route was. Like, we were riding in the middle of this beautiful country road with no cars. And then we went through coal country. So the coal and oil, the 2 big reasons this road was built. You know, there's billions of dollars worth of resources out there. And you gotta get them to port to sell them. Of course, without the big coal trucks, the road's amazing. It's phenomenal.
And so we patched together pavement, dirt roads, some really rubbly, steep downhills. And one section we went across this river. It was just so cool. Like this road just goes underwater for like 20 feet.
But there's this awesome bridge that I wanted to go across, and I went up there and it was like lopsided and falling apart, so.
Oh, dude, no. Yeah, no, Tyler, no. I'm telling you, no. Bro, look at that. There's holes in it. And that's like not even, that plank is half.
I didn't pull the trigger on it because, I don't want to die out there. But that was really cool. What was really amazing that was taking me by surprise is the oldness, the history.
Look, where I'm from in California, everything's new. Even the old stuff is new. Out here on the East Coast, everything's haunted because everything's 500 years old.
We're having a good time, but we're going through some of these back country roads where there's a house every 2 miles. And obviously there's not a lot of people on these roads, so they let their dogs just run about. And we start hitting a few of these dogs. This dog runs out and is trying to get Jeremiah. Just like nipping at his heels. Jeremiah's like sprinting away from him. I'm going downhill. I see a dog coming out of the house, so I want to film, try to get this dog like yapping. I pull my camera out and this dog is coming straight at me. And I lock up the rear wheel. I'm skidding into this dog.
God damn it, dog! You got a bald spot on his rear tire.
Oh, man.
And the adrenaline that surged through me at that moment, because how dumb is it if I break my leg 3 hours into the first day because this dog wanted to come and give me a hug.
So we walk up to this gas station and the guy's got a gun. Dude's chilling with a rifle sitting on the front of the gas station, just kicking back, drinking a soda. But friendly as can be.
All right, we are in the store. We only have $40 on us for the whole trip. I'm ready to just blow it all here. But so I need to try to be a little frugal, right? So, sugar. It's getting hot out there.
Oh, it's thirsty out there.
It's getting hot. It's like humid. Everything is like sticking to you, and just sort of took a little like bath basically in there. It was so good.
I'll wear anything but a jersey. It adds 20 watts for sure. Sun's out, guns out.
Where's the guns?
So we had posted out and said people can send packages to the post offices. There's 3 post offices, 1 each day.
We got to looking at the time and they were like, cool, well, we're about 30 miles away. Oh no, post office closes at 4:30.
We pushed hard. We were doing a time trial, a team time trial to try to make the 4:30 cutoff. And just, that's not what you're supposed to be doing on these trips, but we are hammering. We're doing 20, 25 mile an hour, pace line type things. And we really need that nutrition to save on money.
We roll into town, pull on the door, ding, ding, ding. It's locked. Shit. So we sit there on the curb, despondent. Travis furious. Tyler's disappointed. I'm disappointed, but Travis is definitely like, it's kind of unraveling him a bit.
It's not like we didn't try to make it here on time. We just, every little thing just compounded. But I was really looking forward to like that little unboxing session, and that's what drove me to get here. And so now
I gotta find a new will to ride.
So that took our morale and just tanked it, because we were all expecting gummy worms and muffins and whatever, and that we didn't get that.
It's been neat to see Tyler's progression. You know, Impossible Route Mauna Kea, Impossible Route Death Valley. I mean, he was unraveling the first 2 days, but then something clicked. Like, it's that, do or die type instinct. And I think he realized that there's no point in complaining. He's actually getting tougher. He's getting more resilient. And a 10-hour day is like, I mean, it has to be at least 10 hours long to be an impossible ride.
So it starts to get dark. We go up this crazy gravel climb. It's like foggy, it's misty, long, and it's hard. And at this point, I'm really having that moment of like, I can't see the top of this climb. I don't want to ride anymore. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. All those things, all those doubts are coming into your mind. Travis is being all 19 years old and feeling good. And so going hard and like, come on guys, let's go. So he's like up the road, and so he's forcing me to go a little harder than I want to go. And so I'm just uncomfortable in every capacity. And so then we get to the top of this dirt climb, and now we got to descend kind of in the dark on gravel where your mind is not right. So you're trying to be safe, but you also want to go fast because we need to get to this camp spot. We get into this little town, and like, nothing's open. We need to get some sort of dinner because we don't have a chef. We have nothing. How do you eat? There is no food around here. There's no restaurants. And we find this little Dollar General store that's open. And that was like the miracle oasis on the horizon.
Where are we, dude? Where are we?
We are in Beverly, former bustling town along Stanton Parkersburg Turnpike.
Crazy that you're just going through town with nothing and nothing and nothing, and then, I mean, we're in a full-on grocery store. I'm like overloaded with options, and I don't know what to get, and I'm just walking around, but I haven't gotten anything yet. And I am completely drained mentally, so I'm just wandering around this store. I ended up like in the bleach aisle. I'm like, what am I doing in this aisle? Like, there's no food here. And for Travis and Jeremiah, they're going gangbusters. They're getting, these pastries, and in my situation, I'm trying to now find what is the highest calorie food I can get that is plant-based, but then I also fall back on, I'm plant-based for health. So am I gonna just eat just the bottom of the barrel, potato chips? True bikepackers are gonna have this dialed, and they're gonna be like, oh, you should have got olive oil and some tortillas and some peanut butter, and that would have been that. I could not think straight. And so I don't know really what I bought. I think I got some Gatorade. I got some like Pringles.
Going down to look for the camp, and for some reason, Google Maps takes us to like the owner's house.
So that's okay. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find whatever we're gonna find. It's starting to get a little dire.
So we added an extra 10 miles to the last day. Riding in the dark, just see like the red light on our face of like the other guy's tail light, and it's dire, man. We get there at 10:30 at night. Right when we rolled in, it started raining. And I'm like, we gotta find a pavilion. We didn't bring tents like a bunch of dumbasses. But we wanted to go with less weight, and the bikes were already like super heavy,
I mean, talk about lucky. There's been a lot of rain all day, and we've just always missed it.
And I'm just like, yes, we're under here, it's dry. I've never been so happy to be at a pavilion with some dusty old bird poop covered like picnic tables. It's all good. You know, we have a little bit of food to eat, you know, some kind of snacks, and we reflect on the day, and you know, they get their hammocks strung up. I get my sleeping mat out. I get, you know, on top of the picnic table.
I set up my sleep setup. I start pulling out my, you know, my food, and I'm trying to eat as much as I can. I crush this can of Pringles. I have all this vegan jerky that was supposed to last me the trip, and I just waxed it. I mean, all of it. I kind of lost self-control, and I ate not only the food I got from the grocery store, but almost all my food for the next day.
Since we're on East Coast time, it's 10:45. I'm gonna call my wifey. My dick's small. Hey, babe.
What you doing?
Just living life, man.
How is it going?
It's going great. We did 153 miles.
Will you send me a picture?
Oh, I'll send you a picture. All right. I'm gonna get into my hammock here in a second. I just wanted to call you on film and show everyone that I'm a good husband. Just all show. All right.